Starting today, October 1st, 2025, the US will impose a 100% tariff on branded or patented pharmaceuticals brought into the country unless the maker is building a US manufacturing plant. Now, the White House says that this will lower drug prices for Americans and boost domestic manufacturing, but experts have a lot of questions. For example, what qualifies as branded or patented drugs? Trump's announcement suggests that generic drugs, biosimilars, and off-patent medicines will not be tariffed because the language says branded or patented products. While 9 out of 10 prescriptions are for generic drugs, many people depend on patented components or licensed products, kind of blurring the line. And what does "is building a plant" mean exactly? In Trump's September 25th Truth Social post, he defined building as breaking ground or under construction. But is planning, engineering, procurement enough? Does a pilot or small lab count? If a foreign pharmaceutical company already has a domestic plant in operation, do they get an exemption? The rules aren't spelled out. And how will this interact with existing trade rules, especially in Europe? The US already has a trade framework with the EU that caps tariffs on pharmaceuticals at 15% for many goods. Now, this may not limit how broadly this new 100% tariff can be applied to EU origin drugs, but again, it's not clear. And what about incentives already made by drug manufacturers? Over the past year, many large pharmaceuticals have pledged US investment and new manufacturing products. Does that protect them from these new tariff risks? And then the last question, what's going to be the impact? Increased cost to pharmaceutical companies means it's likely the burden would be passed on to consumers. Popular medications like Botox, made by Allergan, and the cancer drug Keytruda from the drug maker Merck could see massive price hikes coming soon if a deal isn't made. And talking about deals, one big drug company has already reportedly made one to avoid these new tariffs. In exchange for a multi-year grace period, Pfizer is set to lower Medicaid drug prices for low-income Americans and invest $70 billion in the domestic market. Trump has said more deals are on the horizon, but the question remains, will these tariffs push drug makers to relocate to the US and lower drug prices for Americans, or will international supply chains and patients who depend on continuity end up paying the bill?